Uh-oh. Here's the PodSquad
with Charlie and Jordan.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the PodSquad. My name is Charlie Hall. I'm joined by my co-host, Jordan Petronic.
Howdy.
And joining us are two guests, Anthony Bell and Zachary Lawrence. How are we doing, everybody?
Doing good.
Very good, very good, Charlie.
Fantastic.
All right, and so we're starting off with the one thing that everyone loves. It's sports. You know, I can't get enough of it. You guys, the viewers, can't get enough of it. No one can get enough of it. So let's talk about it. We're going to start in the NBA. Some big storylines in the NBA playoffs. The Thunder sweep the Lakers, which is very unfortunate for the Lakers. Very good for the Thunders. The Thunders, they've opened up with 2 consecutive sweeps.
Yep.
Against the Suns and the Thunder. They've won 9 straight playoff games. Are they on course to win back-to-back championships?
I think so. I think with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the helm, him being the face of that franchise right now, they definitely are right now, I think, on pace to win yet another championship. And depending on who they play out in the East, whether it's the Knicks, Cavs, and the Pistons, that series is still going on. But whoever they play, I think nobody's stopping them.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I really like Oklahoma. They're definitely probably the favorites. I think them and the Knicks, especially odds-wise for sports betting, if you sports bet. Right now, I think it's a toss-up between them and the Knicks. I'm kind of leaning towards the Knicks because I just like their mentality and how they play, but Oklahoma is definitely just a tough team, so we'll just see how they play out.
Yeah. Who's going to be the biggest threat to the Thunders? I mean, there's not many teams left that are have as impressive a resume as they do. You've got the Wembanyama-led Spurs, who are a very good team in their own right, with obviously Wemby and Stephon Castle. But Wemby with some disciplinary issues. He was ejected in Game 4, avoided suspension for Game 5 somehow. So can the Spurs truly rival the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals?
I feel like as if nothing, like you said, Wemby got ejected in Game 4, was it? And avoided suspension, thankfully. But as long as he's able to stay healthy and he doesn't get himself suspended, I think they could be a definite big threat to OKC. And out in the East, I think if anybody's going to be a threat to OKC in the East, should they get to the finals, probably the Knicks, yeah.
Yeah, the Knicks definitely strong contenders. They also swept their second round, sweeping the Sixers in a bit of a geographical rivalry. But the Knicks just purely dominated that series. You know, the Sixers, it's like they had no chance at all. And the Sixers, they upset the Celtics in round 1. And the Knicks just absolutely blew them out of the water in a fairly boring series by NBA standards. So it's the Knicks and the Thunder. They'll definitely be in the conference finals. Now, who are we looking at possible opponents for them? For the Knicks, it's going to be either the Cavs or the Pistons.
I right now have my eyes set on the Cavs. The Pistons have not really been that impressive. They haven't really lived up to the number 1 seed that they have right now in the playoffs. And so if anybody I think is going to give the Knicks any competition whatsoever, it would definitely probably be Cleveland.
Yeah, the Pistons, you know, they started off, the Pistons led the series 2-0. And then have lost each of the last 3 games, and the Cavs now lead 3-2 with Game 6 tonight. Mm-hmm. Do the Cavs build on that momentum and win Game 4 tonight, or do the Pistons force a Game 7 in Detroit?
I like Cade in them, so I'm going to go with the Pistons, and I like Detroit. Unfortunately, I think, you know, they definitely had a rough playoff so far. They've been up and down. But I do like the tenacity of that team, the toughness. I mean, it's reminding me of the old Pistons when they were brutal and always bumping into dudes. So we'll see how they fare out, you know, especially with a close series right now with the Cavs. But I like Cade in them.
Yeah, that's going to be definitely interesting. Remember, the game tonight is in Cleveland, so the Cavs got some home court advantage. With the momentum and with home court advantage, I think the Cavs do the job tonight, and they advance if they win. On to the Western Conference, the other semifinal, like we said, it's the Timberwolves and it's the Spurs. The Spurs lead 3-2. They won Game 5 a couple of nights ago. Wembanyama, Stephon Castle doing exactly what they need to. Spurs just need to want one more win, and they're through to the Western Conference Finals. Do they get that in Game 6, or do the Wolves force a Game 7?
I feel like that the Spurs are good enough to get it done. Obviously, with Wemby at the helm, him being the face of the franchise, being as tall as he is, I don't think he's unstoppable. I don't think Minnesota, even with Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards, I don't even think they're very good enough to hold a candle to him.
Well, Anthony Edwards did make a quote. I think it was a couple years ago. He said, they got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniels. And Jaden McDaniels is a dog. But it's Victor Wembanyama. So, I mean, as much as I like the Timberwolves, they will definitely keep fighting. I mean, they got a great squad over there because Edwards is baby Jordan. So, I mean, I definitely could see the fight in them and possibly moving on. But I think the Spurs are too tough, and Wemby is, becoming, like you said, he's the face of the franchise, and now he's becoming the face of the league slowly but surely with LeBron fading out. So,
Game 6 in Minnesota, so try to tune into that one if you can. Winner of that series goes to take on the number 1 seeded Thunder. On to another set of playoffs, the NHL playoffs. We've got the Avalanche beating down on the Wild 4-1. They advanced to the conference final. The Avalanche are surely favorites to win. They've won the President's Cup. Do they win it all?
I like Colorado. Their team is very, very stacked. Obviously, you got other teams that are there. You got, Carolina, that's very tough. Sebastian Aho, Seth Jarvis, Logan Stankoven in Carolina, they're very good. But I don't know. I mean, I do like Colorado. And Nathan McKinnon, we all know him. He's a star. He's going to keep pushing and leading that team. A 9-6 game, I think it was, against the Wild that they won recently, and they advanced. So I definitely like Colorado possibly winning it all. I mean, they got tons of dudes that can go and score goals. So
yeah, and you mentioned the Hurricanes, who have set some history in their own right. They've won all 8 of their playoff games so far. First team to do so since 1985. Do the Hurricanes have what it takes to make the Stanley Cup Finals and beat the Avalanche?
I don't know. I think it'll be a good matchup between the two. I definitely do like Carolina's favorites right now. I mean, Colorado's a powerhouse, but between the two, I have to go with Carolina based off of just how well they've been playing. I mean, as you mentioned, back-to-back sweeps, 8-0 right now in the playoffs. So, I mean, they've been flying through. So,
yeah, and I will root against the Panthers because they stole a hockey team from Harvard.
Fair.
So, but first off, the Hurricanes have to get past either the Sabres or the Canadiens. Battle for Niagara Falls, Montreal versus Buffalo. That series is tied up at 2-2, and Montreal is trying to get Canada's first Stanley Cup win since a long time ago. Do they have what it takes?
I like the Sabres. Not what they did to the Bruins, but I do like how they play. Montreal, as you said, the last, standing Canadian team. So, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how things play out. I think that drought is going to continue for sure.
Yeah, and going from the most popular winter sport to the most popular Canadian sport to the most popular sport in America, football. We all know the NFL draft just happened. Some great picks. Obviously, Penn State. Zach, your Penn State had 2 running backs selected this year. I think Notre Dame also had 2 running backs selected. So 4 running backs from just 2 schools. That is unheard of. And they were drafted high in Notre Dame's case, at least. is the running back game increasing as you tend to see more passes thrown in football? How do you keep going as a running back, knowing you may not get the ball as often?
I think the running game is coming back a little bit. We seen last year and the past couple years with Saquon Barkley how he ran. I mean, this year we had Jahmyr Gibbs going crazy. So I think the run game, because we got a bunch of teams with two-headed monsters. I mean, the Lions did get rid of David Montgomery, but they had them two together for a while. I mean, Carolina ain't nothing crazy, but they had Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle, so that was pretty good. But the run game, I think, is becoming more of an emphasis. And like you said, the two Notre Dame running backs getting drafted in the first round, that was the first time in a while. I think it was 19-something. But, I mean, it shows you that position is, you know, a true core value of teams, especially with Jeremiah Love getting picked 3rd or 4th overall, one of the two, but it's crazy.
Yeah, so you mentioned Saquon Barkley. Is Saquon Barkley changing the running game? Another Penn State alumni. He just won the Super Bowl with the Eagles a couple of years back. And another high prospect, not as high of a prospect, but UConn, our local UConn team, saw Joey Fagano drafted to the Ravens. So congrats to Fagano. What should we expect of him on a team that's going to be difficult to break into? The Ravens, they have Lamar still. They also picked up, I believe they picked up Pavia. As either they drafted him or picked him up as an undrafted free agent, but they picked up Pavia. So a strong QB room for the Ravens, Lamar, Fagano, and Pavia. What's that going to be like for the newly incomers?
Joe Fagano. He was ripping it for UConn last year. 25 touchdowns, one pick? I mean, that's insane. I mean, I think the touchdown to interception ratio was the widest margin since Joe Burrow. So, I mean, I would love to see Joe go out there, Fagano, go out there, you know, give Lamar a little run for his money. But we know how good Lamar is. And, Pavia, I don't know. He can kick rocks, but we'll see about that.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be an interesting one to watch. Talk about UConn football. They lost their head coach. He was picked up by Colorado State. They brought in Jason Candle from Toledo. Now Toledo had 3 players drafted within the top first 65. They're one of 12 schools to get that. And definitely the lowest ranked school. So Jason Candle can develop talents. Will he do it for UConn, and what can we expect from UConn this fall?
I think UConn, I like Jason Candle. I definitely am upset that Mora went to Colorado State. It wasn't really any of a big move either. It's kind of a lateral move. I definitely think UConn is a bit better than Colorado State, but that's just me. Jason Candle from Toledo, though, as you mentioned, I mean, he had Quinion Mitchell get drafted to the Eagles. I believe Amelia Nick Warren, he got drafted this year too. There's another DB. I mean, he's producing DBs, you know, a lot, and you know, UConn definitely could use that. I would love to see, you know, how things go. I'm excited. I think Coach Candle is a good match with them, and you know, he was good with Toledo, so definitely make UConn good.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, that Mora's move from UConn to Colorado State, a bit lateral, not really moving up or moving down. I think what hurts UConn a lot right now is they're independent. They don't play in a conference, and you know, our players are going to want to win something. They want, you have a conference championship you could try to play in. Although, really, what conference is there to join for UConn? There's no football in New England. You've got the Boston College and ACC. You're not going to be able to join the ACC. You've got, UMass plays in the MAC. Could join the MAC. It'd be a very interesting move, although that's going to give you a cross-country battle all the way to Sacramento State. That's going to hurt UConn in the near future. Until they can get into a football conference, they're going to be in the state of mediocrity. The better players are going to go on to a conference where they can win conference titles and have a chance to make the playoffs. And the players who just don't know UConn exists, such a small market, despite the winning teams that UConn has. So need to get into a football conference. It's going to be a priority for Jason Candle's new team.
UConn's more known for their basketball programs than they are their football programs, that's for sure.
100%, and that's why moving with and staying with the American was so controversial when the Big East split, because the American prioritized football, the Big East prioritized basketball, and for basketball students, for a basketball school to choose football over basketball was probably one of the worst decisions. And there's a reason UConn basketball declined after joining the American, at least on the men's side.
Yeah, I think they should join a conference, but like you said, the ACC probably. They play a lot of them, but I don't know. The Big Ten, but they would get squished. I don't know. Like you said, a little MACtion maybe, but
Get some Tuesday night football.
Right, I wouldn't mind
But
that.
the ACC, it wouldn't be a bad conference either. They played Duke. They beat Duke. So and Duke was the conference champions last year, or second in the conference. So you can stay up there with the good teams in the ACC. Give a run in the ACC. Maybe fight for a conference championship spot. And it's not like you're making absurdly far trips. Sure, the farthest one would be Syracuse.
Right.
Or not Syracuse, Clemson.
Yeah.
But you've also got the close teams, Boston College and Syracuse, and right there. So I think it would make sense if you want to challenge on the high level, join the ACC. If you want to just keep coasting like this, join the MAC. But join a conference. You have to join a conference.
Yeah, no, they need to. I agree. You got the rivalries in the ACC with Syracuse. I think that's a little something brewing.
You can build a rivalry with Syracuse. You can build a rivalry with BC. Local rivalries. Duke, yeah.
Somewhat. Good games.
Duke would want a revenge for last season.
Oh yeah. Right.
And then on a similar note, in the MAC, you have the rivalry with the UMass. You play UMass every year, so it's toss up. Join the ACC or join the MAC. Join one of them if you want to compete for signings.
Yeah, no, definitely, or make a playoff push if even too. So, we'll see what UConn ends up doing, but I like the direction of this program and the way they're going.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for this season. Jason Candle's first. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll be talking about everyone's favorite thing, food. You need it to survive, and you need this podcast to entertain. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. See you in a bit. Connecticut soccer fans, it's time to show up and show out. Join us on Saturday, May 30th as Hartford Athletic hosts New Mexico United. Get to Trinity Health Stadium on May 30th as Connecticut-based food critic Am Drops joins us. Don't miss out on an exciting night of Connecticut soccer. Tickets available at hartfordathletic.com/tickets.
Provolone, ham, and capicola. Nestled in between Italian bread and topped with onions, lettuce, and tomato. And don't forget about that infamous juice. All this could be yours when you go to Jersey Mike's and get their Jersey Shore sub. Right now, you could get a regular Jersey Shore sub with chips and a drink for just $10.99. And remember, you can get it either your way or Mike's way. So come on down to Jersey Mike's for when you want a sub above.
It's right around the corner. The days and nights where we all come together. Rivals, teammates, it doesn't matter. We still come together to celebrate and hope one side wins. It's the NFL kickoff soon. All the passion, hatred, and grit with togetherness is about to start up again. The defending Super Bowl champs will be looking to keep their crown. The Seattle Seahawks will host the first regular season game at Lumen Field in front of those ruthless and extremely loud fans they call themselves the 12s. Football fans everywhere are ready to be just like the 12s, always being loud and passionate for their team. September 9th, 2026 to kick off the NFL, live at 8:30 Wednesday on NBC and Peacock.
Attention all Connecticut heavy metal lovers. Metallica will be at Mohegan Sun on Thursday, November 19th and Saturday, November 21st, featuring songs like Enter Sandman, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and Master of Puppets. Once again, Metallica at Mohegan Sun, November 19th and 21st. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. Be there.
Spring is here, and everything is starting to rise. You could feel it in the air, can't you? The urge to get out there and get your hands dirty. Your bed has been empty all winter. It's dry, it's lonely, it's practically begging for something rich, something dark, something that's gonna make it pop. You need a load that's thick enough to cover every inch. Something that stays moist even when the sun starts beating down on you. This season, treat your garden to the good stuff. Premium organic soil. Because a beautiful bloom starts with a really deep hole. Available at your local garden center. Go ahead, grab a bag. We won't tell. Keep it growing.
It's simple, really. You eat a Carb Solutions bar, and it tastes delicious. So you have one for lunch, and you stay satisfied. You stay satisfied, you stay low carb. You stay low carb, and you lose weight. See? It's simple. Carb Solutions. Low carb that fits into life.
And we're back with the show with hosts Charlie and Jordan.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Pod Squad. Once again, I'm Charlie Hall. That's Jordan Petronic.
Howdy.
That's Anthony Bell. That's Zach Lawrence. And we're back for some more greatness. Pure greatness, because this time we're talking food. If you missed any of the previous segment, we're live on YouTube, for YouTube, Facebook. Go check out on our social media pages right after this is done. But for now, stay here because you won't want to miss any of this action. So first off, food. We love food. I love food. I also love sports. So I took the liberty last night. I went to Hartford Yard Goats game. They hosted the Portland Sea Dogs. Great game. The Yard Goats lost. Unfortunate. But got to try out some of the wild and wacky food that you see at stadiums. And I got 3 items. We had the loaded yard fries, which you want to pull that on screen for us, Jack? Oh, my God. And I made a mistake starting off with the yard fries because, as you'll see,
It's literally a yard of fries.
it's literally a yard of fries.
It's about the size of the pond in the back of our stadium.
No, it's yeah. You can see it on my legs on screen.
What's on the fries?
It's I don't remember what kind of meat they use, but there's obviously nacho cheese and pico de gallo.
Looks like a bunch of pepper and stuff like that.
Yeah,
in there.
I don't remember what kind of meat they used. I want to say it was like chicken, but that's probably wrong. But I would totally recommend if you're in groups of at least 4.
I mean,
Don't if you're up for the challenge and you think you can eat the entire thing in one baseball game, go for it. I could not because I also wanted to try some other things. I scrapped that after like 3 innings.
it doesn't even really look like fries.
The
No, I don't
fries
like
are
this
under
picture.
it.
It
Yeah.
just looks like a
The pile.
bunch of
Massive ingredients.
yeah.
Well, that's what loaded fries really are. Let's be
Yeah.
honest here.
It's just a mess of ingredients.
But 100%, I recommend it if you have multiple people or just really want to try that challenge and eating all of that in 9 innings. It'll get cold quick if it's a night game like it was yesterday. And then the next thing I tried was garlic Parmesan Brussels sprouts.
With a soft served ice cream and a helmet.
The soft serve did not come with the Brussels sprouts. I bought that separately, but I needed to buy it because I didn't think the Brussels sprouts were going to taste that good. And I was correct. They did not. I gave it a 3 out of 10. The garlic and the Parmesan does not do enough
Brussels sprouts normally
to
don't
save
tend
the
to
taste of
good.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts don't.
It's a good concept. Like, I like the concept of, yard
Right.
goats, goats eat greens, so, eat greens and be healthy, I guess, with garlic and Parmesan. But yeah, I was not a big fan of that one. And then we rounded off the night with the bird dog.
with
which
fries.
the bird dog was actually pretty good. I'd recommend the bird dog. It was 2 chicken tenders, covered in sauce. I don't remember what sauce, and that in a hot dog bun, and then topped with coleslaw. And that was really good. And then fries are fries. I'm not reviewing the fries, but that was good. I think if I was to go again and only get one of those, I think I'd go with the loaded fries. I think the loaded fries are the best. They should have given me a fork with it. You need a fork to eat that.
It was by far the best tasting thing you had during your time there last night, or would you go with the bird dog instead?
I'd go with the ice cream.
The ice cream. Or the ice cream, yeah.
The ice cream was the only thing I finished. You have the video, right, of Rob? And I got to this game courtesy of one of our teachers, Rob Pendel. He was actually honored as like educator of the night or something. So he got to throw out one of the first pitches, and I took a video of it. It's a very short video. It's like 2 seconds long.
I don't think I have the video.
Okay, he doesn't reach home plate. He Pendeled it on the pitch. He doesn't reach the kid that the 6-year-old that went 2 people after him had a better pitch than he did. He claims he blew his rotator cuff, but I'm not buying it. But back to food. The loaded yard fries were really good. I'd recommend getting the loaded yard fries. Loaded fries just anywhere are usually really good. Like I like Outback has good loaded fries. I like the Outback fries. Loaded fries, you know what you get on loaded fries? It's cheese, it's bacon bits, it's chives.
Just a hodgepodge of stuff.
And that's the route for loaded fries. Right? You can't go wrong.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you just take fries and throw a bunch of ingredients on them.
Now, something I also like, loaded mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
It's a similar it's basically the same thing. You got it's grated cheese. Usually mozzarella. It's the chives, it's bacon bits, it's sour cream, and it's butter.
Ooh.
And it's so good. And now won't see this on menus, but almost every place has it. It's like one of those secret menu items. You can get it anywhere.
Now, is this in a mashed potatoes or is this in a baked potato?
Mashed potatoes.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, loaded mashed potatoes. I usually get it usually steakhouses do it.
Yeah.
It's very good. I recommend next time you go to a steakhouse, you get the loaded mashed potatoes.
I've gotten I think at Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
The sweet potato, and they put butter inside. They put a little cinnamon on top. That's pretty good. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I'll kill that.
I love the butter they use for the potatoes at Texas Roadhouse. Really good.
Oh,
The
yeah.
cinnamon butter? Yeah.
I don't think Texas Roadhouse has the best butter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
By far.
especially with the buns, the bread they give you.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Their rolls are top 3, but they're not 3 or 2, bro.
You could go to Texas Roadhouse just for the rolls and be completely satisfied.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't think you can say that about anywhere else.
No. I'll have a whole thing of bread rolls.
Yeah, exactly. Although I do commend 99. They give you a bowl of popcorn.
Oh,
When
the
you get
popcorn there, that's beautiful. Love
And sometimes I'll tell servers not to give me a bowl of popcorn because sometimes I might finish 2 before the entrees actually come out, and then I'm just not hungry anymore.
it. Yeah, that's real.
That's fair. Definitely. No, I agree. You got to get the appetizers, though.
Gotta get the
You
appetizers.
have to.
Mozzarella, anything. Sticks, moons, twists, whatever they call it, have to get the mozzarella sticks.
The
For sure.
fried pickles at
Oh,
Texas
yeah.
Roadhouse are some of the... Oh.
My favorite
Make my mouth
mozzarella
water.
sticks are the mini mods from Friendly's.
Really?
Oh.
That's a good take, though.
Yeah, I haven't been to Friendly's in a long time,
They're-
man. They used to serve some nice food.
They're bite size. Like dip them in the marinara sauce, pop them in your mouth. It's all it takes.
Just explodes. That sounds so good.
It is really good.
Then you go actually really old school at Texas Roadhouse and get the onion blossom.
Oh, I
That
forgot
thing
about those.
is just so good. Try to have one person finish it, not possible.
Bloomin' onion.
Oh, yeah, exactly. The bloomin' onion
Bloomin'
at
onion.
Outback.
At Outback,
that's good
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Best steakhouse though, Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah,
I think-
absolutely.
I think
Definitely.
Wonderful.
Wonderful food there.
Yeah.
My favorite, the filet mignon, or the filet medallions, every time. Can't go wrong with it.
A lot of the time I get the shrimp skewers, but I know there's a mix where you can get the steak and the shrimp skewers as well.
The surf
It's
and
really
turkey.
good.
Me personally, I'm not a big fan of seafood. Like I
No,
don't
I'm a
really
big
like
seafood guy.
seafood. That's why, like, I'm sure I'm missing out on plenty of great food items just because I don't like seafood.
Yeah.
Like, one of the most difficult things about Spanish cuisine is that it's seafood. It's a lot of seafood.
Yep. Coastal country.
Yeah, I wanted to try paella so bad, but every time somewhere sold paella, there's always seafood in it. And
I
I'm like,
mean, it's always good to, try it, see which seafoods you like, which you don't.
yeah.
Big fan of lobster myself.
I didn't like shrimp, and lobster was alright. Like, I wouldn't willingly order lobster, but if I was eating and the only option was lobster, I'd probably have some.
Salmon.
Never had salmon.
It's pretty good.
I used to be big into salmon, but I kind of fell off of it just because I had so much.
Seafood's one of the things you have to like cook like exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like chicken.
Mm.
Like, it's like on the fence. You're either cooking it exactly right, or if you miss, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sushi.
Yeah.
I think I've had sushi once, and I was not a big fan of sushi.
Really?
Not a sushi guy myself.
What kind of fish they put in sushi, or is it just like?
I think salmon.
Is it usually salmon, or is it choice?
I think it depends on what type of roll you get.
Yeah, there's more than one kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I think normally it's salmon.
Yeah.
I'm not too well versed in sushi.
Neither am I. I've never even had sushi, believe it or not.
I had it once. We bought it, and I think the mistake was buying Price Chopper sushi.
Oh God.
That's your first mistake.
I think that's
horrible.
That's the one sushi I tried.
You know how long that stuff sits out?
Oh.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the first mistake. Although if I'm gonna get sushi anywhere, I'd get it from like a hibachi place.
Oh, dude, let me tell you, hibachi's freaking amazing. I love
Hibachi's
it.
great.
Can't get enough of it.
I love hibachi. Oh, there's a place in Southington near my house. I go whenever we go to hibachi. It's always there.
What's it called? I might go there.
Noble.
I see.
It's an hour from Windsor.
Yeah, there's this place that's called like Sakura or something near me. It's very nice.
Yeah. But I like Mongolian grill. Have you ever been to a Mongolian grill?
Mongolian. That sounds really good, actually.
So, it's similar to hibachi. You go up. It's a buffet. You pay. I don't remember how much it is per person. But you pay. You go up, get a plate. You put whatever you want on a plate, and you bring it to this large round grill, and they cook it in front of you, and then they give it back to you, and you go eat.
Huh.
And the grill at the one I go to Gobi. It's 15 people 15 person for the grill. The grill's massive grill. It's really good. They have a bunch of noodles, they have a bunch of meat. You can get eggs, sauces. They have a dessert bar as well. So I recommend, if you can, get out to a Mongolian grill. But it's basically a buffet combined with a hibachi.
Ah, that sounds actually really amazing. You gotta tell me where that is later.
Also Southington.
I see. I'll look into this.
Yeah, the one I go to is called Gobi. But if there's other ones the closer to where y'all are from, I'd 100% recommend checking it out.
Yeah, definitely gonna put that on the list this weekend for sure.
And everyone's, when you're talking about food, fast food is the thing that comes up the most. Because, if you're stopping somewhere to get food, it's usually you're on a road trip, you need somewhere to eat, you don't want to sit down and eat because you got a while to go. Where are we going for fast food? What are we talking?
I'm going to sound very basic when I say McDonald's. It's basically McDonald's is, I think, the staple of fast food.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
At this point, you can't travel anywhere without seeing McDonald's.
It's
the Mass Pike on I-90, every single rest stop has McDonald's.
McDonald's is basically the fast food staple of the world.
It pretty much is.
Pretty much. And that's basically my go-to for if I'm going to go for any place to eat. I'll just say, screw it, let's go to McDonald's.
The only thing I have to say is I'm a big fan of bacon burger. I love a good bacon burger. McDonald's does not have a good bacon burger.
They don't have a good bacon burger, no.
My favorite bacon burger is the Baconator from Wendy's.
Oh, yes.
That's a real staple.
It's either the Baconator or the Bacon King.
From
Burger
King. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, that's a good burger.
Best bacon burger, though, by far, the one at Chili's. The Bacon Rancher. The double Bacon Rancher. It is the greasiest thing you've ever laid your eyes on, but it's the most delicious burger out there.
I haven't been to Chili's in years. I would have to try it next time I go.
If you go to Chili's, you have to get the bacon burger. Shameless ad placement. You have to get the bacon burger. It's so good. I get it almost every time I go, and my friend looks at me as I'm eating it, and I'm like, that, and he's like, that's so greasy. Like, how are you managing that? And I'm like, doesn't matter.
You gotta go through it.
Do it for the bacon.
Yeah, right.
Do it
You
for the
have to, yeah,
bacon.
you have to.
It's a massive burger. I barely have enough room left for the fries afterwards.
Like, the thing is, I wouldn't call Chili's like fast food, but
No.
it's still pretty quick.
Yeah.
It is.
And
it
like
is.
it's pretty affordable now.
Yeah.
So
Chili's is more
it's
like your typical bar and grill kind of place.
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
What I want to
Yes.
try, I do want to try their new chicken sandwich at Chili's.
I
haven't-
think I've had it like
Ah.
with the strips on it and like they got a few.
No, I think it's an
pickles.
actual chicken sandwich. No.
But yeah, like, I think it has like pickles.
It's on the newer side. I keep seeing ads for it. I do want to go and check that out though. I haven't been to Chili since, but if I have a chance, I'm going and definitely getting that.
Oh yeah, I like the triple dipper there. Triple dipper. That's my go-to.
Mine is always going to be Five Guys. I know it's not.
Five Guys is so.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Those fries, you
fast.
just can't go wrong with
Those
those
fries.
Go wrong with
Fries are
Five
the
Guys
best in the
fries.
world.
Oh yeah.
I would die on that hill. Best in the world. Five Guys fries.
All the seasoning and stuff. Oh.
You could literally go there, just order a bag of fries, and you're set. You don't need a burger.
Yeah.
You don't need
Oh
anything
yeah,
else.
100%. I mean, the fries are the best part of Five Guys.
Honestly, that's kind of what I did last time I got Five Guys. I didn't even eat the burger. I just had all the fries.
Last time I went to Five Guys, I watched as the guy poured
Mhm.
fries into my bag, and I loved it. You love to see it. Whenever I'd get Five Guys when I was younger, we would have 2 bags, and then we just pour all the fries into one bag, and then just rip it and just eat right out of the bag. That's all I had to do.
Yeah. It's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
You got to eat the fries to get to your burger.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
They bury that burger with
Oh
those
my,
fries.
yeah,
Yeah.
they do. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they do.
I don't mind it though.
No, not complaining here.
But exactly, fries are the best part anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll save the fries for like afterwards. If the burger's small enough where I can eat it all and the fries will still be warm, I'll eat the burger first because the fries are the best part. Save the best for last.
Personally, my favorite fast food has got to be Popeyes. I really like the way they make their chicken and the way they do their biscuits as well. It's just so good. It's just got to be one of my favorite places to go.
It's good chicken.
That's
Yeah.
a solid choice. I mean, for fast food, I mean McDonald's is the basic. Like if I'm going, I'm usually stopping at McDonald's. I think an underrated shot. It's not fast food, but an underrated place is. I forgot the name of it, but I like Subway. I'll go and get Subway all the time. Like stay fresh, stay healthy ish. Subway's good. I mean, I'm like kind of picky where I have to get the same thing every time at Subway, which other people don't like. Like you gotta have variety. I'm like no, you don't.
I do the same thing all the time too.
Like a place near my house. It's not a chain. I get the same thing every time. It's a chicken cutlet on a garlic wrap with lettuce, bacon, pickles, and mayo. It's so good. It's so good. I recommend anyone if you go.
No, I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
me a cutlet.
Jim's Deli right over in Plainville.
Shout out.
We get the
Once-
Charlie special.
Yeah, if enough people get it, they'll name it after me and they'll put it on their actual menu, and I can just say, hey, I'm getting my special. All right, as we're running out of time on this segment, let's go around quickly and everyone's favorite restaurant, not just fast food, not just burger, restaurant. Jack, we'll start with you.
Sorry, maybe like Wooden Tap.
Wooden
I
Tap's
like Wooden
good.
Tap.
Good place.
Good shout. Good
place.
shout.
Personally, for me, got to be Texas Roadhouse. Love the food there.
All right. Well, I was gonna say that, but I'm gonna go Cane's.
Olive Garden. When you're there, your family.
Yeah, right.
Shout out.
I'm also going to say Texas Roadhouse.
I would say Texas Roadhouse, but just to be original, I'm gonna go with the Jim's Deli. I love the sandwich. I love the wrap every time. It's great. Right. So with that, you heard all of our favorites. Comment your favorites down below, and debate with us. We may respond. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk all things pop culture. You won't want to miss that. You won't want to miss the rest of us having fun for the last 20 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Connecticut soccer fans, it's time to show up and show out. Join us on Saturday, May 30th as Hartford Athletic hosts New Mexico United. Get to Trinity Health Stadium on May 30th as Connecticut-based food critic Am Drops joins us. Don't miss out on an exciting night of Connecticut soccer. Tickets available at hartfordathletic.com/tickets.
Provolone, ham, and capicola. Nestled in between Italian bread and topped with onions, lettuce, and tomato. And don't forget about that infamous juice. All this could be yours when you go to Jersey Mike's and get their Jersey Shore sub. Right now, you could get a regular Jersey Shore sub with chips and a drink for just $10.99. And remember, you can get it either your way or Mike's way. So come on down to Jersey Mike's for when you want a sub above.
It's right around the corner. The days and nights where we all come together. Rivals, teammates, it doesn't matter. We still come together to celebrate and hope one side wins. It's the NFL kickoff soon. All the passion, hatred, and grit with togetherness is about to start up again. The defending Super Bowl champs will be looking to keep their crown. The Seattle Seahawks will host the first regular season game at Lumen Field in front of those ruthless and extremely loud fans they call themselves the 12s. Football fans everywhere are ready to be just like the 12s, always being loud and passionate for their team. September 9th, 2026 to kick off the NFL, live at 8:30 Wednesday on NBC and Peacock.
Attention all Connecticut heavy metal lovers. Metallica will be at Mohegan Sun on Thursday, November 19th and Saturday, November 21st, featuring songs like Enter Sandman, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and Master of Puppets. Once again, Metallica at Mohegan Sun, November 19th and 21st. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. Be there.
Spring is here, and everything is starting to rise. You could feel it in the air, can't you? The urge to get out there and get your hands dirty. Your bed has been empty all winter. It's dry, it's lonely, it's practically begging for something rich. Something dark. Something that's gonna make it pop. You need a load that's thick enough to cover every inch. Something that stays moist even when the sun starts beating down on you. This season, treat your garden to the good stuff. Premium organic soil. Because a beautiful bloom starts with a really deep hole. Available at your local garden center. Go ahead, grab a bag. We won't tell. Keep it growing.
It's simple, really. You eat a Carb Solutions bar and it tastes delicious. So you have one for lunch and you stay satisfied. You stay satisfied, you stay low carb. You stay low carb and you lose weight. See? It's simple. Carb Solutions, low carb that fits into life.
And we're back with the show with hosts Charlie and Jordan.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Pod Squad. Hope you enjoyed this show so far. We've talked about sports, we've talked about food, and now the third staple of everyday life, pop culture. If it's movies, if it's shows, if it's music, video games, it's right here, and we're going to talk about it. So, we're going to start off with some movies. We got a bunch of new movies coming out. Fans are excited, especially for the first one, the new Spaceballs Legacy sequel, Spaceballs 2. We've all seen the Spaceballs, the original Spaceballs movie.
Of course.
Real good.
Most people.
Everybody but the two names who end with "ack."
It's a good movie. I enjoyed the first Spaceball movies plenty. I'm excited for the second movie. They're bringing most of the characters back. They're bringing back basically everyone they can bring back. So, and what storyline are they going to follow is going to be the big question that's on everyone's minds.
From what I've heard, what they're introducing is that the two main characters, Star-Lord and Princess Vespa, they actually have a child, and it's going to be set around their new upbringing or the new generation for Spaceballs. And that's why they're bringing everybody back, 'cause they're going to be passing on the baton or the space book.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested for that. You know what? I wish they brought another movie from the Spaceballs time, around the Spaceball time, that I was a big fan of was definitely A Princess Bride. The Princess Bride was such a good movie.
Great movie.
And when people hear the name of the movie, they think it's gonna be some like rom-com chick flick. It is not. It's anything but. You know, I if you haven't seen it, I recommend watching The Princess Bride. But unfortunately, that has nothing else coming out. I don't think there's a Princess Bride 2.
No, especially since Rob Reiner's passing.
Yeah.
The director.
Very unfortunate.
That was unfortunate. That would have been. I would have been cool to see that universe expand a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually expanded just a little bit, but not through a movie. It was actually it was actually put into a novel called Buttercup's Baby. So it was a continuing story for the book, but not the film.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, definitely give that a read at some point. But some other new movies that are coming out soon. We've got a movie based off of this weird liminal space video game, analog horror film. I don't know where it originated, but the Backrooms movie is coming out soon, produced by A24, who's been producing a lot of good movies recently.
Looks pretty interesting.
Backrooms I'm definitely excited for. I've played some Backroom games with my friends, and all three of us are definitely excited. We want to go try and see that movie. So that's a big movie on the big screen that we're going to try to hit up. What are some other new releases that we're excited for?
Well, I'm also excited about that Backrooms movie. I've been following because the director, he actually made a series of basically like short films, which is what caused him to get this much popularity and inspired the movie. So I'm very excited to see where he goes next with it. Also, speaking of newer like horror style movies coming out, I'm I'm anticipating a lot Zach Kreger's Resident Evil movie, because I remember I watched Weapons by him. He's a really good horror movie director, which is very surprising considering he came from originally making, comedy skits. But I think, he's got some really good directing skills, and I'm excited to see what he comes up with for the adaptation.
Yeah, another guy who switched from comedy sketches to horror movie directors, Jordan Peele. He's had a lot of good hits come out. I mean, he's had what Don't Look Up was his. I think there was something else.
Wait.
Nope.
Nope.
Us. Get Out.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope
He's had a lot of good movies come out recently, especially on the horror front that you don't really expect with it. And those are all A24 productions, if I remember correctly, or at least the majority of them are. So props on A24 bringing in those directors you've heard little about in the horror scene. I first heard that Peele was directing a movie. I thought it was gonna be a comedy. It was anything but, really. I mean, there's some comedic value, but really, it was a good horror movie. And, we're seeing a lot of those up-and-coming horror directors that you wouldn't expect. Iron Lung, Markiplier directed that one based off the game, and that was a really good movie that horror fans loved. Had some horror movies based off video games. You had the FNAF movie, the first one, and then the second one, which was not as liked.
Yeah. Very interesting, the variations of like how people adapt stuff like video games and other forms of media into movies. It's really varied on, the execution of it and how well received it is by those fans.
Yeah, and you don't see a lot of original movies. A lot of them are just adapted based on something else, whether it's a book, a TV show, or another movie or whatnot. So it's good to see, or a video game, but it's good to see all these new movies. You had the Michael movie come out, which has a sequel already in works. Exit 8 just came out based off that video game. So it's definitely going to be interesting to watch those new movies as they come out and see how well they relate. The Call of Duty movie coming out, see how they relate to games. As you already mentioned, the Resident Evil movie.
Mortal Kombat 2 just came out.
Oh, really?
I saw it. It was really
That's
good.
actually very interesting.
The Mortal
I didn't know
Kombat
that.
movies. It's very interesting to see what directors do with the video games, because when you're adapting from a video game, you have almost limitless possibilities. You can adapt from anything because there's infinite stories that players of the games go through. So it's very interesting. So with obviously the Mortal Kombat movie, I think they did the second one as more of like it's a world tournament. I
Yeah, the
believe.
second one was focused much more on the tournament than the first one was, which made the movie even better, I thought, because it gave the fans what they wanted. They wanted the fights. They didn't want the backstory.
Yeah, it's very good seeing all those movies come out. And what's a movie without music? A lot of us in here are rock fans. Jordan, you got the Metallica hoodie on. You're going to see Metallica in November, I believe, right?
November, yep.
Going to their
19th and 21st, yep.
So you are going to both nights?
Going both nights.
Well done. How are you excited for that?
Very. I've seen them. This will be my 4th year in a row seeing them. I saw them about 3 years ago at MetLife was the first time. Second year was at Gillette, and then last year at Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see. You know, rock, I hate to say, is kind of dying with the artists.
Yeah.
Not as many people are listening to it anymore. They're listening to the new music, the pop. But still have some listeners, and either the actual bands themselves that are still going on tour or tribute bands, like Led Zeppelin, for Led Zeppelin. So those are interesting to watch. Rock, unfortunately, I hate to say that, it's a dying because it's such a good genre of music.
It's a phenomenal genre of music, and it is unfortunate. And there's an old quote from Gene Simmons of Kiss. He said, rock and roll is dead. Now, I don't think rock and roll as an overall genre will ever die. Rock and roll is always going to be around, but rock and roll as an ongoing genre, as a newer thing, as it once was in the 70s, 80s, 90s, even early 2000s, it's non-existent.
Yeah, I think you've got the people of the past who are keeping rock alive. Once they're gone, rock's going to go sort of be like an underground genre.
Yeah.
With these bands you won't hear of commonly. They're not going to tour. You're going to get their music on whenever they upload to Spotify, and that's all you're going to hear of them.
When you listen to, top 40 radio nowadays, it's pop, you'll get country music, and then occasionally you'll get rap music, and you hear nothing rock and roll.
There's almost no rock on the
rock and roll as a genre nowadays. It just kind of exists. It's just there.
If the radio station isn't dedicated to rock, you're not hearing rock.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah. I think the issue is, like, with all these big classics and everything we have, they're still, pillars of the genre. They're not getting any less good. The issue is that we are getting nothing new. There's no more rock songs really being made and making it big like those older ones.
Yeah, and that's what's going to kill rock the most. But listen, rock isn't completely dead yet. The Killers will perform at the UEFA Champions League final. They're doing the opening ceremony. So that's going to be fun to watch. I listened to a couple Killer songs, namely Mr. Brightside, or Somebody Told Me. So that's going to be fun to watch, especially if you're a Killers fan. So make sure to tune into that one. But yeah, rock's it's dying, which sucks. It's a good genre. It's just no one built on it. When I think what happens, and this is going to happen to almost every genre, the people that are good are too good, and then no one's able to rival them and push out music that could rival the rock bands. So no one just really tried, or just stayed underground and never got fully out there.
Yeah.
And now we're stuck with the rock bands that are in their 60s, 70s, 80s.
And they don't got much longer to go either.
Yeah.
It sucks. I mean, I went to a Creed concert over the summer, and I mean, that was great. But like you said, there's, we still got those legends that are still going, doing their thing. Metallica, some other guys. But once they fade out, we're still gonna listen to their music. But there's no one coming out like you said. There's no new top bands or rock guys right now. I mean, we got people, the Killers, they're good, but it's not like the rock that we would listen to, or not we, but back then.
Exactly. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the music landscape evolves without rock, and how the other genres evolve with pop and country and all that. I think country is just a main staple at this point. I think country it feels like country's always been around.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think country will be here for
pop
music.
Pop music's always been around. Even going back to the late 70s with disco. That's basically, disco's a form of pop music, and then it evolved to when you had artists like Madonna and Michael Jackson, Prince, and those people of the 80s, which then eventually evolved to the Britney Spearses, the Backstreet Boys, and NSYNCs, and now with obviously what we have now with the Taylor Swifts, Beyonce's, Olivia Rodrigo's, Sabrina Carpenter's, on and on and on and on and on. So pop, I don't think will ever really fade out.
And you had
always creating new pop.
And you
stars.
had rock bands doing pop songs.
Yeah.
You had rock bands releasing pop songs, which helped with pop's increase and so forth. And same thing, rap's always been here.
Yep.
Rap's been around for forever, basically, and it'll stay around forever. I think rap's probably going to be the longest lasting genre, consistent genre.
Yeah, more than likely.
Because rap is constantly reinventing itself. It's
Yeah,
never
exactly.
always similar. It's just something new sound. It's a new sound every time.
We got Drake's new album coming up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rap,
man.
Rap as a genre, there's one thing that's common, and it's just like it's fast and it rhymes most of the time. That's rap. That's what rap is. The other genres are so specific, it's hard to change it, and it just gets dull.
Yep.
Definitely. I mean, I like country, so I kind of rock with it. So I like all kinds of music. So I always try to strive to, give all of it a listen. You know what I mean? You gotta give it a chance. But I wish, I love rock more than anything, and I just wish it would come back.
Well, it's interesting with country music, because if you can ask any of our parents, they'll tell you country music in like the 80s and 90s, it was not existent at all.
As somebody who was there in the 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
yes, I would actually agree with you on that. There was not a lot.
There was
of it
not
back
a lot
then.
of country at all. It was mostly rock and roll, pop, rap, hip hop, all that stuff. Now it's pop, country,
Mhm.
and rap. So it's interesting how country's made this big uprising to being at the forefront of top 40 radio, when rock and roll is just sinking like a stone.
And it's funny because growing up with the country music, nobody admitted they listened to it.
No.
People didn't like, oh, I listen to rock, I listen to hip hop, I listen to rap, I don't listen to country. Now it's like, what do you listen to? I listen to country. Okay.
The only thing you really had in terms of country, the only name I can think of back then was probably somebody like Willie Nelson.
Hank Williams.
Willie,
Williams.
Reba, Garth Brooks, you had
Reba.
them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting. The music landscape, it just keeps evolving. Nothing will stay on top for too long. The things that stay consistent at the high level are never top. Like rap's never the most popular.
Yeah.
No.
Jazz was never the most popular. Maybe jazz was popular pre-1900. But since then, jazz has never been top. You still listen to jazz at some point. You may not even realize it. Maybe like elevator music.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pop and it's country right now. It was rock. What'll be next? Don't know. Can never predict it. E-music, electric music is on the rise though, especially with AI advancements.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the landscape definitely gonna want to watch.
Right.
Trying to think, what's that one type of music where it's like with the beat, like
Techno?
techno, like
Techno's
yeah, kind of big, you know what I mean?
But
Yeah,
funny-
techno kind of
That's
evolved
mostly-
into EDM.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's
EDM,
mostly
yeah.
that's mostly stuff you'll hear in like the club.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna hear
Yeah.
that on
You never
top
hear that on
40
radio.
or
No,
anything
no.
like that.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that.
A lot of the techno music you hear now is not the same as the techno music that
No,
used to be like 20 years ago.
Absolutely not.
Stuff like what are they called? The guys that did Around the World.
Oh, yeah.
Crap, what's their name?
I know who you're talking
I
about.
know who you're talking about. I can't remember off the
I
top
know
of
who
my
you're
Is it a group that sings around the world?
It's a duo. The guy
Oh.
with the silver and the gold helmets.
Oh,
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
I
they're
know.
good.
I liked what's it called? I can't for the life of me can't remember. Anyway, unfortunately, that is all we have time for today on Pod Squad. I hope you enjoyed join the show. If you missed anything, you can tune back in on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel later. Hopefully you don't miss anything, but just rewatch the show because you love us anyway. On OBS, it's Jack Grady. On soundboard, Dominic LaCory. Thank you to our two guests, Anthony Bell and Zachary Lawrence, and my co-host, Jordan Petronic. I'm Charlie Hall, live from the CSB studios in Farmington. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Have a good night.
We did it.
Thank you for tuning in to the Pod Squad. Be sure to check us out on our Facebook page, the Pod Squad Farmington.